Hello everyone, this is Coros on StarCraft here with episode 8 of my GG Well Played series. This time, it's another replay from DreamHack. I'm featuring, once I get my cursor on StarCraft, I'm featuring AI's Golden, or AI, and Alien Invasion's Golden against the Bounty Hunter's YoDa. As I said, it's another replay from DreamHack. It's going to be a ZVT, and basically I'm going to go over this game the builds aren't really different. It's CVT has really been the same thing since the start of HOTS. A few different things here and there, but mostly it's been the same. This is more about Golden's decision making and how he's able to get an advantage over YoDa and use that advantage to his fullest extent. So first of all, let's start the game, shall we? Alright, so basically King Sejong Station, one of the new maps. It's a wide open map, to say the least. A lot of potential for counterattacks, also a lot of potential for Zerg as well. In this matchup, both races get fast units, with the Terran getting their Hellions and the Zerg getting their Speedlings. And we're gonna watch and see what happens. Right. Alright, so Golden's gonna immediately send his Overlord to the barracks, and this Overlord is very important. Scouting the barracks. First of all, you want to scout it in a way that doesn't get your Overlord killed, which is not good for your Overlord. Not good for you if you get supply block that early. However, it's also important for Golden to first figure out, is there a Marine coming, and if there's not, how many Reapers is YoDa going to make. So he keeps the Overlord over here. He's going to continue to scout. Sees another Reaper. Knows the two Reapers. Will he scout the third? Is he going to scout a third Reaper? Now he sees a factory. Oh, let's keep going. Okay, so now what does he scout? He scouts a reactor from the barracks and a factory. So now he can guess that it's Hellions, usual TVZ mid game Hellions. So now he knows the progression of YoDa's build, and if YoDa was going to make a starport for Banshees, it would be here. So he would know about this as well. So because YoDa didn't make a Marine, Golden's able to scout exactly what's going on and able to react. So what's Golden going to do? He's going to continue making drones. There's not really much to say about the progression in the early game. I mean, it's nothing really too similar. Golden's a little bit ahead because YoDa tried for a 3 Reaper harass and it didn't work. However, now he scouts the stim, knows it's not going to be a Banshee, and knows he just needs to defend with Zerglings from Hellions. Very immaculate creep spread. He decides to go for an early third because he knows what the build is. He knows there's no shenanigans going on. And this is one important part. Alright, this spine crawler. I want to talk about the spine crawler. So for only 75 minerals, he completely zones out YoDa from one attack path. The biggest part about King Sejong Station is that it's wide open. Fast units such as Reapers, Hellions, and Zerglings can also can have a lot of potential to bounce around going into the natural if their movements aren't scouted. So along with Golden's really good creep spread to get the creep spread this far, he's also putting the spine crawler here, making any attempt for YoDa to slip into the main or the natural where there's a lot more drones a risk. Any chance if YoDa messes up, then that spine crawler could really help in a fight easily. So what's Golden going to do? Golden's going to use the queens, the spine crawler, and his Zerglings in order to keep YoDa out of his bases. Which not losing drones at Hellion harass is pretty important. Although he loses drones here, although he loses Zerglings here, his drones are still fine. He's still bouncing around with the queens. And then right before his third finishes, he's going to make 20 lings. Well, why? Because he basically needs to he wants to put on suppressor. He wants to put on suppressor to YoDa in order to drone. The second concept is that YoDa is going to make Hellions. Obviously, as we saw, he's going to pressure the third. Golden wants units to defend that. If he made 10 drones instead of 20 lings, he would be completely dead and he would lose those 10 drones instantly. And third, he does not want to be surprised if YoDa went for some like Marine timing, even though he's not scouting it. Even though he's scouting really well, he doesn't want to be caught off guard. He wants to have Speedlings at the ready, which is one of the most important parts of Zerg, is just to have spare units kind of lying around. Not in excess, but just enough. So because YoDa, alright, let's back up a little bit, shall we? Oh no, I messed up. Let's back up. Okay. So what Golden does is really smart here. I'm gonna follow these links. Oh god. What did I do? I'm gonna follow these links right here. Golden knows that YoDa is gonna be sending his Hellions and Reapers out. As well as making links, he's gonna send these links to counterattack. Why? Because usually in these type of builds, like the nature of these builds, the Terrans always get Reapers and Hellions out first and Marines out later. So if he's able to engage without Reapers or Hellions, see he's trying to engage now, but the Zerglings get stuck. If you engage the Terran without the Reapers and Hellions, they really only have a few Marines. Now in this instance, you're going to be able to kill the Marines and force a lot of workers to be pulled off. Let's take a look. He kills 9 to CVs, 10, even more. So at this point, Golden has a decent lead, and he knows that he's slightly ahead. So what's he going to do? He's going to keep continuing teching up and droning up, knowing that he's got a decent lead, and that basically YoDa's only way to harass him is with the Hellions and Reapers for now. He can't do some medevac timing because he has no Marines. Now, at this point, Golden's getting close to third base saturation, and he just starts to get lings. Why? Because he doesn't need any more drones, and he needs lings to counter any 3-base push that YoDa's going to do. Fortunately for Golden, his attack managed to delay YoDa's third, and he's probably going to be able to get a few Marines out here, or just run into the main. Now, in this point here, I'm going to pause it. In this position, Golden's way ahead. Why? Well, obviously he killed 11 drones, but in the upgrade department, he has complete map control. Not in the upgrade department. In the game department, he has complete map control. Like, look at this. His vision extends all the way around here. Where does YoDa's vision extend? Only to his 3 bases. So what can Golden do? Basically anything he wants. In this case, he's going to grab a 4th. Why? Because, as Tesla says, once you get ahead, you want to get farther ahead. In this position, he's going to be able to get 8 gases, which is going to allow his Mutalisks harass to be even greater. So this is a good example of Golden using advantages to get even more ahead and making right decisions. So many players want to simply just try and end the game as quickly as you can when you get ahead, and that doesn't really work all the time. If you take a bad fight, it's risky. If you take a good fight, you can potentially win, but if you take a bad fight, you basically let your opponent right back in the game. So Golden's not going to take any chances. He's going to get the 4th, get 8 gases, and get the Spire up in order to make the most out of his mutilating composition. Alright, so now he's got an upgrade advantage. When do you see Zerg's 2-2 before Terran's 2-2? As you can see, Golden's way ahead. So he's going to keep his lead. What does he need to do? Basically, he needs to make sure he doesn't get dropped and make sure that YoDa doesn't surprise him at all. So what's he going to do? He's going to keep making units and only getting enough drones to get the gases on this 4th. And even here, Golden's not putting his links too far on the map. He's just coming back to he's simply coming back to defend. Now he scouts the push out with his very good creep spread. That's also something to note. His creep spread gives him so much map vision, which really helps him out here. And I believe the Overlords scout this drop. Yes. Let's take a look at the Overlord scouting. All the drop lanes are, with towers and Overlords, all the drop lanes are covered, which is really good if you're ahead, because obviously if you're ahead, what's the Terran going to do? They need to drop, they need to do damage. And if Golden prevents YoDa from doing damage, then he is going to be Golden. Literally. Alright, so YoDa's going to come out, try and do some pressure, and what is Golden? Golden just sits back. He doesn't need to engage here at all. YoDa's just sitting here wasting scans, killing the creep. So now he's getting a good engagement on creep, spreading his lings out. And he's going to constantly harass and be aggressive from this point in order to keep YoDa on his side of the map. He wants to make sure YoDa can't drop him, because if YoDa tries to drop him, then he's sending a chunk of his army that could be the detriment to any fight that Golden forces. Because if YoDa fights without a medevac and 8 Marines, then he's going to be pretty much dead. So now at this point, Golden's trying to get more Zerglings, trying to get more units, trying to buy time really for his upgrades, for his banelings, for anything really. The more time Zerg has, the better off they're going to be. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna attack. He's gonna harass with the mutas. He's forcing YoDa to make a choice. YoDa either has to go and attack the 4th, or the army, attack the 4th, or he has to go back and defend the mutas. He can't do both, because if he does both, then he does both lacklusterly, and in a way that won't really get anything done. So at this point, YoDa's going to defend. YoDa's going to choose to defend, and Golden's going to be in a good position. He's getting Burrow, getting +2 flyer attacks, and just continuing to make a mutiling ball. Not giving YoDa an inch when it comes to damage potential. So now at this point, we have it's 16 minutes, and we have a hive going down. Why is Golden able to do this? One, YoDa has barely done any damage to him. Even though this says otherwise, most of this is Lings. Only 3 drones lost in comparison to the 22 that Golden has killed. This one drop gets in, scouts the lair. However, Golden's also on 8 gases, completely untouched, and he knows that he just needs to continue to tech in order to win. He doesn't want to stay on Mutiling forever, because there's a potential that the Terran army could get big enough to where he needs more than just Mutiling in order to make an attack. Lastly, he wants to get 3/3 upgrades as quickly as possible, so he wants to limit the timing window the Terran will have for his 3/3 attack, where he'll be up by 1 upgrade. And Golden's just really trying to close all the points, the windows of the timing windows, I guess. The points where YoDa could attack and get an edge. Including the tech timing, the economy timing, and basically anything. Golden's just trying to shut down YoDa's opportunities to get back into the game. And as long as he's able to shut down those opportunities, there's no way YoDa can take the game away from him. He's able to clean up this drop. And what he does here, this is really good. This is something Zerg players can... This is what separates lower league Zerg players from really high league Zerg players. So as I said before, he's using the mutas in order to draw the army away. This is a lot more... this example is a lot more... it's a lot better. It's a better example than the last one. So now YoDa's basically committed. He has all his army here. And Golden's army is in the main trying to clean up a drop. If YoDa stims and attacks, he can simply just take out the 4th and run away without any damage, any consequences. However, Golden does a brilliant counterattack with his mutas in order to force YoDa to make a choice. Either attack the 4th or lose... Attack the 4th and lose SCVs, or defend and not be able to attack the 4th. So what's he going to do? YoDa's gonna actually sit here and do nothing for a little bit, and he's gonna push. However, Golden has too many mutas, and he's able to completely punish YoDa for his decision. So it shows how Golden's decisions are able to punish YoDa for his bad decisions. So now YoDa's caught halfway between the map and not doing anything. He's not attacking the 4th, and he's losing SCVs. YoDa had 2 options there, and he picked neither and lost the maximum amount. So why is Golden keep attacking with his mutas? He's delaying. He's not wasting time. He's stalling. He's getting his Ultralisk Cavern. The infestation pit's about to finish, and he should be getting a 5th base soon, but I'm not sure. As long as YoDa's on his side of the map defending, he's not attacking Golden. And as long as Golden's not getting attacked, Golden's not going to lose. So, I mean, the rest of this game is really simple. Golden has a giant lead, even though the supplies kind of show it, the army value doesn't really. As you can see, 38 workers killed. I'll show that again. 38 workers killed to 4. Anytime you kill 38 workers and only lose 4, you're in a good shape. That's when you know you're doing really well. Golden only makes 1 infestor too from getting pathogen glands, which is fine. And really, so I also like this, the army in the main. So Golden keeps counterattacking and keeps threatening YoDa. He's keeping him on his side of the map, as I said before. All right, so let's go over why did this ZVT work? Why was Golden able to get this giant lead? So first of all, Golden did a really good job scouting. His Overlord was right here the whole time. He was able to scout the lack of Banshee and the Reaper Hellion. Secondly, he only made Zerglings when he needed it. Basically, the only point when he made Zergling was to remake the ones he lost from counterattacking. He also did a very good job of exploiting the Terran weakness when the Reaper Hellion push was going out, sending some Zerglings in, getting about 10 or 11 SCV kills, I believe. That put him on the good foot early. That put him on a good footing early. And then during the mid game, he managed to stall time really well, forcing YoDa to either attack, firstly forcing YoDa to stay on his side of the map, and secondly, whenever YoDa attacked, he had to make a choice. He had to make a choice to either defend his bases or attack Golden's bases. And since most of the time YoDa either made the choice to defend or made the choice not to attack Golden, Golden was able to get 5 bases untouched and mine these gases forever. These gases are halfway done, and it's halfway mined out, and it's 23 minutes. So now Golden was able to mine a ton without getting distracted, without getting disturbed at all. I believe still 5 workers lost. He lost 5 workers this whole game. And this is a matchup where the Terran's supposed to be dropping all the time, constantly on the aggressive. However, Golden's turned the tables and made it a constant aggression from the Zerg. So last thing to note is Golden's crew spread is really good. I mean, this isn't really much of a strategy. This isn't really much of a decision-making thing. This is just Golden's mechanics being good. Basically, the crew spread allows him to see any attack coming. It also gives him a great angle to fight on. So once, YoDa's a 4th base. Once YoDa steps out, YoDa literally cannot leave his front door without Golden knowing about it. Lastly, his Overlord spread's very good, able to scout drops. And all these factors combine to make it so Golden doesn't take any damage, and when you're a Zerg and you don't take any damage, you're going to win the game no matter what. Alright, and that should be game, as you can see. Alright, anything else? Oh, I just want to point that out. How to be good at this game, get 358 APM. Alright, anyways, thank you. Oh, he made Broodlords, I did not notice that. And if winning with Ultras wasn't enough, he had Broodlords, of course. Alright, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate it. Any comment, any feedback, any comments would be appreciated. I tried to do notes. I'm doing notes a little bit better, I feel like. I hit all my points that I want to, and yeah, Wednesday, 10:30 p.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Atlantic, and 7:30 p.m. / 19:30 Central European time. I'll be streaming about 3 or 4 hours, taking your build requests. If you can't remember the time, just look for the Reddit post on Wednesday. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a good day. Catch you later.